Hi, and welcome into the Ranch Sitdown. Our guest today, Cela Harper.
Hi, y'all. This is Cela Harper, and this is Well Tempered Woman. How I wish it would have been different. How I wish you were laying here with me. Heart to heart, hands in hand under my floral bed sheets. Oh baby, why does it seem you can't get enough of me? But when you leave, it's like you don't want anything to do with me. And I know we said our goodbyes, but goodbyes don't have to last. Oh, maybe one more night with you will heal our past. Oh, who am I kidding? You won't ever understand what it takes to be a well-tempered woman, the hand of a man. How I wish you wouldn't keep tugging at this heart inside of me. Why can't you see the pain on my face, all the suffering? I'll cover my emotions with a new shade of Maybelline. But a girl can only do so much to her own vanity. And I know we said our goodbyes, but goodbyes don't have to last. Oh, maybe one more night with you will heal our past. Oh, who am I kidding? You won't ever understand what it takes to be a well-tempered woman, the hand of a man. Well, I've held my tongue, kept my cool, just like I was taught. But even a well-tempered woman can't bear when she's caught between the love and the lies you've woven so tight. I've lost myself too many times. And I know we said our goodbyes, but goodbyes don't have to last. Oh, maybe one more night with you will heal our past. Oh, who am I kidding? You won't ever understand what it takes to be a well-tempered woman, the hands of a man. What it takes to be a well-tempered woman, the hands of a man. What it takes to be a well-tempered woman, the hands of a man. How I wish it would have been different. How I wish you were laying here with me.
Wow. Cela Harper, how are you, madam?
I'm good. How are you?
Thank you very much. I'm good. Thank you very much for coming in today.
Thank you.
Still going to Texas Tech?
I am. I graduate in May.
Oh, do you?
Yes.
Oh,
Very
finally. What
close.
is it, 8 years like William Clark Green?
No. I've only been there 3, so I transferred there from Louisiana Tech. So
Oh,
I
okay.
thought I'd be there longer, but, I got back on track. So
What is it with the water or the dust in Lubbock that all these amazing singer-songwriters are coming out
I
of
don't
there?
know. I've thought about that too.
It's
'cause
crazy.
There's a lot of us out there right now,
Yeah.
specifically, and it's kind of, I think I feel like it went away for a little bit. Like you didn't hear about people from Lubbock for a little bit, and now it's all back.
Yeah.
I mean, we're coming.
And they all have these really cool, diverse sounds. Yourself included, you got this really cool voice.
Thank you.
And, it doesn't sound like anybody. You sound like Cela Harper,
Thank
which
you.
is really cool.
Yeah.
But there's so many. I get songs like every single day sent to me. And 9 times out of 10, when something's cool, it comes from Lubbock.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what
That's
the
awesome,
heck?
though. That's really great.
It
Yeah.
is wild. So you have spent some time out there. You did some Blue Light Singer-Songwriter contest, which is always like super popular, and all these big names join it. You've done the Larry Joe Taylor contest as well. You did American Idol.
Yeah, I did do that.
Was that weird?
Yeah. Well, that was in goodness, high school.
That was a
I
long
forget
time
that
ago, yeah.
I did that. I'm surprised that you researched me that far back.
I do my research.
Yeah,
I do.
yeah.
So what is that like when you're walking out there in front? Who are the judges? Do you remember who the judges were at that time?
It was Katy Perry, Lionel Richie, and Luke Bryan. Was it? Yeah. I get him and Zach Bryan confused now because, both Bryans, but.
There's so many jokes going through my head right now. I can't say.
Yeah.
But that's got to be like overwhelming when you walk in and Katy Perry's looking at you.
Yeah. So it was when she was pregnant, but she hadn't announced it yet.
Oh.
And so when I walked in, they were talking about like getting dinner, and I was like, damn it, I know I'm not going to be. Like, because, when you walk in, they're talking about dinner. You're like,
they're not really worried about you anymore.
Yeah. But Lionel was really nice. I mean, they were also really nice,
right.
But I obviously didn't make it, and I turned around and started crying. But I was 16, so
well, yeah.
And I learned a lot from the experience, and I don't think I'd be where I am today.
Did they give you some tips?
I don't
16,
know.
You don't remember?
My momager's over there. I don't know if I should like.
Was it just an emotional?
It was just like be your true self, and well, I was raised by two very professional parents. My mom's like a professor, and my dad is in the business world, and. I was always raised to talk professionally, and I sang Loretta Lynn's Coal Miner's Daughter, and that's a very powerful song, but it's a very country song. And I, channeled my inner Loretta Lynn, but I didn't talk with, I guess, quite as much of an accent. And so I guess they thought
you were kind of phony a little bit.
I was fake country,
well,
yeah.
You're 16. You're still finding out who you are.
Yeah, and I think I talked maybe 3 words, so I don't know how.
Wow.
Yeah. But I didn't make it, but that's okay. It was a great experience.
I don't know that I could say one word in a situation like that.
Yeah,
That's
I was
it was overwhelming.
And it was a long day. It was exhausting, but it was in Bend, Oregon. It was beautiful up there. It was really pretty. I don't think I would have ever gone to Oregon, so I can say I've been to Oregon for American Idol. So
there you go.
Cool.
Yeah, which is always a good start to a story.
Yeah.
Yeah,
exactly.
last time I was in Oregon, I was on American Idol.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. It always surprises people.
So, if you had the opportunity, would you do that show again?
Maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, I never say no, but I guess I haven't thought about it. But I guess
you just moved on.
Well, I went to college, and that's hasn't been in my, because if I make it. I'd have to take a break from school.
That's true.
All that stuff.
That's true.
And
I don't think Mom would be happy.
No. I told myself I have to finish. I'm so close. May is so close, but I'm very much ready to be done. And I'm like, what if I just stop turning in assignments? Like, would it really be that bad? I'm like, yeah, it would be that bad.
It would be that bad.
Stop.
Yeah. You always got to have a fallback.
Yeah.
Which, you may do music for 5 years and get bored with it.
Yeah, I hope not, but yeah.
It could happen.
It could happen.
So what is the major?
PR.
PR.
But I'm going to go to grad school for branding and marketing and dive more into that stuff, graphic design.
So you're going to come work for us, it sounds
Sure,
like.
yeah, I would love to.
Help,
I do need a job, so.
We need some help, for sure. So you kind of have roots all over. You've moved around a lot. Tell us about your story.
So I was born in Iowa, and then my dad's from Iowa, and we lived in Nebraska for a while. And then my mom graduated from University of Nebraska-Lincoln with her doctorate, and she got a job in Nacogdoches, so we moved down to Nac. And that's where my Texas roots.
Cultural change.
Oh, big shock, yeah. But I love Nac. I love East Texas. It was great. I love the trees down there. I like to think that's where my Texas really started. And it did really start down there in East Texas. But then we moved up here to Dallas, to Little Elm specifically, and we've been here for about 11 years. And then I moved out of state. I moved to Louisiana, to Ruston, for college for a year. And then I quickly realized I need to be back in Texas.
Aww.
So I moved to Lubbock, and I've been there since. So
very cool. So what started your love for, creating music and writing your own songs?
I've always been very creative. I've always been more, I guess, writing inclined in school. I've never been really math or anything like that. I've always loved creating stories and making random things up in my head and, just going along with it. Not lying per se, but storytelling for sure.
Yeah. Which is what songwriting is.
Exactly. Yeah. And as I got older in middle school and high school, it became something to express my feelings through. Because, those times are not easy for anybody.
Yeah.
So
And then when COVID hit, I was a junior in high school, and there was not a lot to do. So I just did a lot of that. And I guess these past couple of years, I've realized I can really write some good songs that mean a lot to me, but also can mean a lot to other people. And other people interpret them differently, which I think is awesome. But I think that's the power and beauty of music is like, if you write a good song, it can be interpreted in so many different ways.
Isn't that wild? Have you had people come up to your shows
Oh,
like, I love this song, it's all about, and you're like,
yeah,
nothing to do with that.
Today, Mom and I were talking about one of my songs, and I go, well, that's not at all what it's about. Like, this is what it's about. And she was like, oh, well.
Okay, well, I'm not so worried about you.
Yeah.
Is that what she said?
Well, yeah. And I'm like, I think it's funny, actually. I'm like, well, I'm glad you think it's about a boy and not like something else, because that's a lot better than what it's actually about. But yeah, it's pretty funny. But
so you were one of those high school kids, and my daughter was senior year. We went and bought her, prom dress the day of the Super Bowl. Got it all altered, and they said, "Sorry, no prom."
Yeah.
Did you miss all that too in COVID?
So they held off our prom, telling us we even had a prom until like probably a month or two before. And our prom was the week of graduation. It was Wednesday, and then we had that Thursday, and then Friday was graduation. So
it was a mad dash to get everything.
Yeah, it was. It was fun, but I wasn't ever really like a school dance type. Right now I'm in a sorority in college, and sorority formal is still like, I like getting dressed up for him. Don't get me wrong, and going out afterwards.
Out.
Yeah,
yeah.
But the whole like song and dance thing, it's never really been my thing. But it was fun. It was whatever. But graduation was cool because I'm done with high school. But we missed out on a lot of things. But I mean, that was also forever ago, and it's weird to think about.
It is, isn't it?
But like,
talking to a guy the other day, and he was like, "You realize that was 5 years ago?"
Yeah,
it was.
Yeah, 5 years. I've changed so much 5 years. It's wild. I look back at my Snapchat memories, and I'm like, ooh, maybe we should delete this app because I'm a little old now. Yeah.
Just be done with that.
Yeah.
So who are some of the artists today that inspire you?
Definitely Caitlin Butts. Whenever this question's asked, I will go on and on about her. But
really?
I met her in 2016. Like, I know the date exactly. Here in Fort Worth, actually. I can't remember the venue, but it's not a venue anymore. I think the neighborhood got gentrified. So I don't think it's
might have been.
I don't think it's a music venue anymore. But
we got a few places like that.
Yeah. But she, I went up to her. I was in middle school or early high school, and she was great. I mean, she gave me her phone number and everything. This was before her and Cleto were even dating. It was right when I'm pretty sure it was right when A Life Where We Work Out was just coming out, and she was telling us the story of how they got together to record it, and I was just like, that is so cool. Like, she's like still in, like, she's doing college or out of college, or I don't remember the exact details, but she's doing life but is still doing music, and obviously today she's doing it full time, which is awesome. And she told me never to give up, but to go get your degree and to not quit college. Yeah, so I've kept that in my mind. But she's been one of my biggest influences. She's just badass. Like,
do you think that Mom paid her to say that?
Oh,
probably. Hey, my daughter's gonna come up to you in a minute.
Maybe, but I don't know. I feel like a lot of people did not go to college that I know, like music people.
Yeah.
And I think about it sometimes.
About them.
Yeah, I mean, I really, I like to have fun. And I think about it sometimes, like, I would miss out on a lot of these, like, college isn't just for, like, partying.
Right. Yeah, because there's none of that at Texas Tech. We know that.
No.
Absolutely
I stay
not.
inside and, I study and whatever.
Right.
But, I mean, I do think about it, like, my songs would not be as cool as they are if I didn't go and, miss class because I'm hungover and stuff like that, But, like, I think it was great advice to stay in college for sure, and get a degree, obviously, for fallback. But I've learned so much in my degree that I can apply to my music career too, which is fun. Doing something like PR, so
that's very cool that you're going to be able to do that.
Yeah, it's cool. It's kind of boring, I will admit, to be real honest with you. But
is it?
Oh yeah. Advertising's way cooler, but I'll go on. That's a tangent I won't go on.
You're definitely hired.
That's
no,
it's great.
Covered.
But if anybody wants to tangent about that, you can just hit me up. But I won't go on about
after
that.
the show
Yeah.
while you're buying merch, if you
Yeah.
don't mind.
Yeah.
So you have this new song that we just started playing here on the ranch called "Liar Liar," and I hear story that there's a pretty good tale behind that song.
Yeah. So a lot of people think it's about a boy, and it's not about a boy. It's about a friend that we had in our friend group.
Uh-huh.
I have a pretty big friend group back at Tech. Not to brag or anything. That's not like a
Right.
not,
Really
you know,
popular.
yeah, we're everyone loves us. Just wanted everyone to know that. But it's a bunch of my sorority sisters, and we're all like transfers and stuff like that, or like COBs if anybody knows what that is. We joined halfway through type deal, and so kind of the misfits, I guess you could say, of the sorority.
I got you.
And well, we just learned that. Well, I'll put it this way. You hear about the things on like the news that people lie about certain things. And you're like,
Yeah.
how could anybody ever fall for that?
Right. Yeah.
And you never think it could happen to you or one of your friends. Well, it happened to us, and it's crazy because it happened at such a young age to us, and we're like, no way someone can lie about something like that big. And we're like,
You learned that lesson early in life.
oh
it sounds
yeah,
like.
it's
Wow.
crazy.
Yeah.
And I mean, me being me, I went and wrote a song about it. So I mean, that's how I get over things. Instead
Right.
of being petty and pissed off.
That's your release.
Yeah, it's
I
my
gotcha.
release. And
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I'm over it. And a couple of my other friends, they're still really upset about it. And rightfully so, Everyone's entitled to their own emotions.
Mm-hmm.
But I was able to get through it by writing a really pretty badass song that basically is a big F you kind of deal.
It's a great song.
I love the song. I enjoy playing the song, and it can really mean a lot of different things to everybody. It could be about a boy if you wanted to make it about a boy. It could be about a girl if you want to make it about a girl. But that is the story behind it. It's pretty fun. Yeah.
What do you mind if we hear it?
Yeah.
Can you play it for us?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Liar, liar, got caught in a fire that you started with your own hands. And I know you desire freedom to get higher, but I think you should take your meds and go to bed. Bite your tongue and rest your weary head. Time's a ticking and we'll move on, leaving you as once was. You burn the bridge and trust is gone. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. You said years and years of treatment and cheating, but it was all a show and we all played a role. Swipe your tears, babe, 'cause we all know the real pain's in your heart and you're craving love. So what's the rush? Embers to ashes turn to dust. Time's a ticking and we'll move on, leaving you as once was. You burn the bridge and trust is gone. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. Maybe someday you will see happiness don't come from money. Oh, you can't buy friends, can't buy style, can't buy away your life. So close your tab, go home, turn off your lights. 'Cause time's a ticking and we'll move on, leaving you as once was. You burn the bridge and trust is gone. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. Said it wasn't your fault, just the hand that you were dealt. But excuses won't fix all the pain we felt. Now the fire's out, still the scars remain. And we'll build new bridges without your name.
Very nice.
Thank
Very
you.
nice. Very
Thank
nice.
you.
Well, hopefully you get over that.
Oh, I am. Don't you worry.
Cela Harper, what's the next big thing for you in your camp?
Well, I'm going to LJT,
Uh-huh.
singer-songwriter competition, and hopefully we make it through that.
Yeah.
And then Battle of the Balladeers for a different radio station
Mm-hmm.
here in.
It's probably half-assed, but that's fine. Whatever.
It's a songwriting competition as well back
Well,
in
good luck.
Plano. Thank you.
Show them what good
But-
songwriting is.
Thank you. But just a bunch of songwriting competitions right now, and then got some shows lined up for the summer.
Very nice. Very
Yes,
nice. And then
yes.
graduating here in a couple of months.
Yes,
too.
May
That's
16th.
Awesome.
Yes.
Congratulations
Thank
on
you.
that. And
Thank you.
I'm going to give you an application on your way out.
Okay. Yes, please.
Thank you very much for
Yes,
joining us.
thank
It's
you.
been an honor and a pleasure.
Yes, thank you.